I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today we're talking about the difference between confidence and delusion. Okay, so the question was, so with belief, how do we find the balance of great confidence but not being delusional? I have a theory of having great confidence but accepting everything the way it is, like Musashi. What are your thoughts? Okay? That's excellent. First of all, your theory is on point. Accepting everything the way that it is. Because if we're not accepting reality the way that it is, that's what causes a lot of our suffering. Okay? It's important before you do any belief work to remove any limiting beliefs and then step into belief work. So, the main question that you asked, okay, was about delusion. Okay? The thing about delusion is there are many different kinds of delusion, and the one in particular that you pointed out is delusions of grandeur. Okay, hope I spelled that right. Delusions of grandeur. So it means you have a overinflated sense of the self. Okay, you're not seeing reality as it is. You're seeing it yourself as somebody great. You're seeing yourself as talented when you're not really that talented. Okay, so you're not perceiving reality as it is. Now, are delusions beneficial? Yes. There are some positives and negatives to this. Okay? The positive thing about delusions is, if you look at the word confidence, has the word con in it. Okay? You know where the word con came from? So in 1849, a man would walk up to strangers and begin having a conversation. He said, "Do you have the confidence to trust me with your watch until tomorrow?" Later, he would never return. When he was finally caught, he was called the confidence man, shortened into con man. This is where the word con man comes from. Okay, someone who's being fake. Now, I by no means am promulgating and sponsoring this kind of activity of being a con man. However, if you're starting out on an activity and you have no prior reference of that activity, it's going to be a struggle. So you do need a little bit of delusion in terms of your visualizations to get you at least get the ball rolling. Okay? However, if it reaches a certain point, it's going to make you drop. The real thing is power. Okay? It's about watching out for power. It's about understanding the negatives of power, which is things like dehumanization, which is things like lack of empathy, and hypocrisy. So this is what is bad. The power that gets to a certain level corrupts. We know this. We've seen it from many different stories, movies, examples in our own lives, where there's this example of hubris, where it reaches a certain point, what goes up must come down, okay? So you want to avoid that by having ego death experiences. This is what the flow state is. Okay, moments of ego death that actually get your confidence back to confidence and not an overconfidence. Now understand this. I talked about delusions of grandeur in the beginning, right? This is not a game of delusions of grandeur. This is a game of blueprints of grandeur. Okay, creating a blueprint for grandeur. Because why would you just have delusions about it when you have no plan for it, when you're not taking actions towards it? You get what I'm saying? the main thing here is to really start to create a blueprint for grandeur instead of just talking about it like, oh man, I have this and I have that, okay? Let me show you another model here, okay? Using this whiteboard this time. It's quite fun. So, you take your regular person and you understand that they have a core confidence inside of them. Okay? On one side, you have insecurity. On the other side, you have arrogance. Okay? So notice that insecurity is external. It's coming from the outside. You feel insecure about something. This core confidence is coming from the inside, the internal world. So you're internally validated. Right? And arrogance is, again, it's external. You've gone too much. So when you're internally validated, when you feel a core confidence from within, inside of you, that's pretty healthy. When it starts going outside of you, outside of your control, that's when it starts getting unhealthy. Confidence is something that happens from the past, usually a past positive experience. So understand that confidence is temporary, just like motivation is temporary. It comes and it goes. You feel confident about that moment, then it goes away. Okay, so this kind of confidence is just a reminder of your skill set. It's like a little mental checklist of the immediate feedback that you get once you're getting into flow, that you have the skill set to do the thing that you need to do. Right? So it's not actually confidence, it's competence. Let's take a look at the word again. Confidence. What other word is in here that you can see? Yes? Okay? Confide. Confide means to trust in something. Right? Confiding in something. To trust it. So you got to trust yourself to be confident. You got to trust yourself to be confident. But the idea of conning is gaining trust, but you're not trustworthy. So that's an unuseful paradigm to step into. Right? Because what's more important to focus on rather than confidence itself? It's presence. Like you said, seeing reality for what it is, being mindful, being present, feeling alive, aliveness, presence, right? Vitality, energy, vibes, right? Vibes, presence, aliveness. This is a collaborative or a growth mindset. Confidence is a fixed mindset. Right? It's like, yeah, I was confident that one time and I won that trophy. Cool. What does it do for your now? Are you resting on your laurels or your past and bringing it up, your past again? Those were my glory days. No. You can use that as a reference. That's great for your visualizations to bring up the confidence in a later situation. Let's say that you need to win a trophy again. Think about that past trophy. You've already done it. Right? That's great. But if you're still being controlled by your past, you're a dead man. You're a dead woman. Okay? It's not right now. So, being present, if you ever watched the movie The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, okay, notice that when he gets more present, when he becomes more mindful, he becomes more confident. Whereas earlier, he had delusions of his own skill set. He had delusions of grandeur. Right? A great example of that would be this example that I'm talking about right now. Okay? Now again, delusions of grandeur, which does not reflect the reality that we are in. But just to get started, you're going to have a little bit of that delusional or blind confidence, to at least get the momentum moving and get you on the right path, as I showed you. Now, wouldn't it be great if we could have this upward spiral without this downfall? Well, isn't this what the challenge and skills ratio of the flow state is? Right? Isn't this what it is? It looks like this. Right? This is the flow zone. What gets it going back to this place? Apathy. Right? Numbness, apathy. Not feeling enough, not being mindful enough, being mindless, being careless, being reckless. So yeah, basically, that's what I wanted to explain to you today, is that difference. I hope this video gave you a new perspective. Definitely have that presence like Musashi and be able to have that unfettered mind like Taekwondo Soho says. And understand you want to have confidence within you. I'm not saying that, but you want to have that core confidence within you. Right? That feeling that I am enough, I am as I am, and I accept myself fully and I trust myself fully. That's what we're looking for. When it starts going to a place where it's harming other people, okay? This is how you can notice it. Your actions start to harm others around you. Your actions start to actually weaken your performance. Your actions start to be hypocritical. Your actions are unaligned, meaning you say you're going to do something, you don't do it. Like, these things are going to get you to that delusional sense of self, because now you're overcompensating, right? You're trying to make up for something that isn't there. That's where you get these people who are trying to show a puff of their chests and trying to show like, I'm confident, but really inside they feel broken. So would you rather be golden or gold-plated? That is my question. I, my friend, would rather be gold from the inside. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. I'll see you next time. Boom.